Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. It's going to be another awesome game today. Let's start checking it out. Up the top left side of the map, it is Mr. Slam. He is 24 years of age from Taiwan, plays for the Yo Flash Wolves team, and is currently going for a pool first build into Hatch, which is very, very awesome stuff. And his opponent down the bottom right side of the map, it is going to be Mr. puCK, otherwise known as Schloopy, and he has been going for a Gate Cybercore build into Nexus. Very, very awesome stuff. He is 24 years of age from the United States, plays for Flipside Tactics, and that's Flipside with a 3 and not an E, so extremely, extremely cool player. I don't believe we've actually cast... We may have cast puCK before. I cannot remember. Maybe once or twice. Slam, again, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if we've cast him before. So, a couple of uncasted players, sort of untested players, at least as far as this channel is concerned, will be very, very interesting to see how awesome they are. And yeah, looking good. So, not much going on. Yeah, just do a gateway coming out. Bunch more gateways coming out. Nice. Gate formed of gateways. I don't know why, but that always cracks me up, a gate formed of gateways, but there it is. Excellent, excellent stuff. The Nexus is down. The macro is going to start coming up for Mr. Slam. For Mr. puCK, sorry. Slam is going for some other stuff. Slam is going hard. No, he's not going hard on the gas. He's just going hard on the gas in his expansion. If we see these two coming up, then you know he's going hard on the gas. And I would say anytime in the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that, if you see all 4 gas going down, then you're almost certainly expecting something like Mutas to be coming out. I mean, there's no other reason you'd be going for that much gas that early on other than to be going for Mutas. So, yes. This guy keeping an eye out for Lings, and meanwhile there's Lings behind him just waltzing out of the base. Oh, man. I don't know, maybe he was watching for them to be retreating, but regardless, they are going to be running away, and this Ursadak calf is just sort of sitting back, just watching the proceedings. It's just like, you guys look like such a bunch of idiots, man. Just come over here and start chewing some grass or something and just chilling out. And they're like, what a stupid Ursadak, man. There's no grass around here. You are such a noob. But he's just going to wander over and do his own thing. Nice. Overlord takedown over there. Pylon going to be taken down, so that's pretty nice pickup by Mr. Slam. And man, I thought those guys were defending when they hit that overload. They're actually attacking. This is actually decent. 4 Stalkers and a Mothership Core, but we do, of course, have 2 Spine Crawlers here, which should help quite immensely. And Link Speed, not quite done, but it's getting pretty close to being done. So I think that Mr. Slam should be okay. He is facing 3 gate of 2 bases, which is not extremely painful. I think he should be able to handle the 3 gate. I don't think it's going to break him by any stretch of the imagination. If there was like 5 or 6 gates or even 7 gates at this point, he might be in trouble, but not as a 3 gate. Even going for a 3rd base, and I think he's feeling pretty confident. There we go. There is the Lings, the Ling upgrades coming down. Oh, these guys running in, hoping to snipe something here. They might get a Queen, but the Lings are going nuts. The Zealots turning around. The Queen healing. Very, very, very nice. Couple of Stalkers going down to some Ling attacks. The Zealots almost broke under the Lings, but the Lings finally being taken down. And it looks like puCK has just enough to take out those Lings, but I don't think he's got enough to take out the Spine Crawlers. His Zealots are getting dead so fast, and the remaining Lings going down, finishing off the Stalker. A couple of Zealots thinking about going out, and then they're like, yeah, no, we're just going to sit back here and relax. Sort of, yeah, try and play it safe. The Lings do almost get a full surround. The Zealots have backed themselves up against the wall of the ramp, but I don't think it's going to matter. Just too many Lings coming out. They do finally go down, and the pylon does go down as well, although there's a potential for another one just to be built straight up there, so that is fine. Now, oh, is he going to scout that? Oh, it looks like he is going to scout that. He's going to scout with a single Ling. Hello, Mr. Probe. Very, very nice play from Mr. Slam right there. Great map awareness in making sure that that probe was there or wasn't there regardless. And now it looks like he is going for an engagement. Don't know how well this is going to work though, but Yeah, he's like about to attack that pylon. You know what? I can just run past. Oh, snap. He is trapped like a rat in a cage. These lings are not going anywhere. What a beautiful trap there. Slam had no idea. Absolutely no idea. Although he does take out this pylon at the very, very last second. But yes. Totally no idea he was going to get that trap. But he did and lost everything. So Slam, be a little bit more cautious next time you go into the Protoss base. Okay, they can do that with force fields and then just destroy your entire army. Man, if this was late game, you can only imagine what a storm would do to those lings. It would be glorious and incredibly painful at the same time. We've got a nice fast third base coming out for Mr. puCK. Not super fast like yesterday when we were casting Hero versus Zigguar, but decently fast enough. And the Zealots come out like a avenging army and immediately get owned by roaches who have just spawned. So, oh man, puCK is neither player really getting their teeth sunk in on the other person's base. They're just sort of going over there, trying to do something, doesn't really work out, but puCK is pushing the Colossi nice and fast, getting that tech out nice and quick, and yeah, he's looking okay. Here we go, Zealot drop's going to happen. These guys are not going to last that long, and chooses instead to run out of there. He was about to warp something in, but just did not happen, and the Warp Prism runs for it once again. He's keeping the pressure on Slam though, which I really do like. I mean, Slam can't move out with all those roaches and attack this third base. He can't do a whole lot of things because he has to keep worrying about this Warp Prism. And there we go, the Warp Prism dropping some Zealots off, beautifully dropping them off, all the way around the Queen, manages to snipe the Queen and then picks them up straight away again. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect play, but oh, puCK is kind of screwed here. Oh, that Spore Crawler nearly cost him 4 Zealots and a Warp Prism. That was so close. But in the end, yeah, that Warp Prism did a great job, man. Sniping that Queen, that was just absolute brilliance. I love the way that Queen got sniped. I love the way that Slam is going for a 4th base here. Just when things are sort of quieting down and puCK thinks, oh yeah, I got him on the back foot, you know, I'm taking care of him. So Slam just goes for a 4th base. It's like, yep, I'm going for a 4th base. Not much you can do about it with your almost dead Warp Prism, so it should be fine. Whole bunch of lings running all over the place. Where are they going? They're in a hurry. I don't know where they're going, but they are in a hurry. Probably just doing a bit of a scout here. He's got the watchtowers all over the place. He's scouting everything all over the place. Maybe going to go for this base. It's very blocked off, though. It's going to take a million lings to get to that cannon, or like 5 banelings, depending on how he plays it. But oh, very nice. Nice fungal, though. The fungal doesn't stop him from attacking, but it does severely have their ability to move and to stay alive, of course. There we go. The Zealot's actually hiding up next to the Queen to reduce the surface area. But in the end, they do get taken down. The roaches moving all over the place. Look at the tech going on. We got 3 Ultras coming out for Mr. Slam. We got Immortals coming out from Mr. puCK. Both players just not afraid to go for tier 3 tech early on in the game. I mean, we expect it from the Protoss. We expect them to rush for tech, but we don't usually see it from the Zerg player. Usually we see them take a little bit longer to go for the heavy stuff, but Slam is just like, screw that. Why wait? I want Ultras right now. And he's even going for the Ultra Ling attack speed by 20%. Used to be 35% at some point. Maybe they nerfed it down. But yeah, that is going to be popping on. And it's just about to hit, actually. So these Zealots are going to get a surprise. Those Lings, man. There's some Terran player gave the Zerg stim packs, and the Lings have taken to it. Unfortunately, I don't know if they can kill this many Zealots, though. Oh, they're making a good go of it. Can you believe that? Like 15 Lings versus 6 Zealots. You would not expect the Lings to win, but those guys, man, they are all over the place. That Ling upgrade really nuts. And of course, they do have 2-2 versus the Zealots 2-1, and they're about to get 3-3. It's epic, absolutely epic. When the Ultras come out, is going to be awesome. Colossi suck versus Ultras. High Templars suck versus Ultras, unless they get morphed into Archons, which some of them are doing. Really keeping this 4th base down, man. Really doing an exceptional job with just Lings. The upgrades and that Ling attack speed really are working wonders. Absolutely beautiful. But I don't know. I don't know if... where's the Ultralisk Cavern? Oh, he does not want the Infestation Pit to go down. He wants that bad boy to stay alive. Where is the Ultralisk Cavern? I want to see if it got scouted at any point. No scout on the Ultralisk Cavern. So he's building a couple of Immortals. Probably just to deal with roaches. That's probably it. He probably just wants to deal with roaches at this point. But yeah, they are going to come in handy when the Ultras start coming out. So inadvertently building the correct unit to deal with these guys. And the Archons as well are a great unit. Great unit for dealing with Lings. Great unit for dealing with pretty much any Zerg, really. Some more than others, but they're pretty good against Ultras. And there's not many Protoss units you can say are any sort of good against Ultras. Most of them suck balls. I mean, the Zealots... No, the Zealots are like... get shredded. They're just like... meat. You're basically throwing meat at the Ultras to try and slow them down. Stalkers, the damage is okay if they're upgraded, but they do not last at all versus the Ultras. The Ultras get in range and the Stalkers die so fast. Immortals, of course, are pretty good versus the Ultras. In fact, I'd say the Immortals are the straight up counter to Ultras, hands down. And the Colossi, because they're doing like splash damage in a cone sort of wave sort of deal, they really suck versus the Ultras. Their damage isn't high versus a single target. It's high versus a group of targets. So yeah, that's it. But thankfully, he's building Immortals, and yeah, I can definitely see an upset here. These Ultras are going to run into something that they are not prepared for. 7 Immortals, 9 Ultras. I think that Mr. puCK, Mr. Schloopy, should be okay here. I mean, it's going to come down to a lot of things. Do we have any Infestors? We do have 3 of them here, which is going to be good. Infestors are going to be good, but we don't really have any sort of decent range like Hydras. I mean, Hydras would be good. I mean, there's Colossi out in the field, granted, but Hydras would be exceptional versus the Immortals. Lings would be exceptional as well, but I don't think he's got a lot of them. He hasn't really. He's been bulking up on the armored units, the Ultras. He's got a lot of Queens, he's got a lot of Roaches. This is a massive amount of armored units right here, and the Immortals are going to do incredible amounts of damage, assuming he can keep them alive. And with Ultras to sort of tank against them, I think that he probably should. I can see a major amount of damage being done to the Zerg player right here. I mean, it's just Immortals. It's just so awesome. Level 3 weapons, level 2 shields, and of course shields are very important for the Immortals. And yeah, that's it. Game done. I don't know about game done, but damn, I do not know about Mr. Slam here. Here he goes. We're moving on in. Let's have a look at the units. The Ultra count is down to 8, so he's lost 1 so far. Continuing to lose them. He is spreading in nice and close. The Archon's starting to feel the pain. The Immortal's starting to feel the pain now. The Queen DPS on the backside pretty good, but all of the Ultras have gone down, or most of them anyway. And the core amount of Schloopy's army still okay, but if we have a look at the production tab, Slam just does not give a crap, going for 7 Ultras and God knows how many Lings he just built. And Lings, of course, are going to be pretty good in Concerto with the Ultras. Got to get in there, got to take those Immortals out. The Queen's managing to get up the back and snipe the Colossi. And the Immortals, I mean, they're microing the Ultra down, which is good, but they can't micro it 24/7. Those Lings really going nuts, and the Lings, such a great counter to the Immortals. And that was it. That was a major turnaround, and I think it was mainly thanks to those Lings, and half to the Lings, half to the fact that Slam just re-macroed so freaking fast. Like, incredibly fast. And Schloopy, Mr. puCK, just cannot keep up with that amount of macro. He just can't. And I think he lost more than he meant to in the first game. In the first major battle, he killed a lot of Ultras, but he did lose about half his Immortals and all of his Archons, which kind of sucked. So he's got to try and hold off now. The Immortals really still doing a great job. They're still getting out there. They're still doing a beautiful job. Slam needs a continuous amount of Lings to be able to counter those Immortals. If he just goes straight up Ultras and just runs in there, and Schloopy just needs a whole bunch of Immortals and a continuous amount of Zealots to just sort of meet up the Ultralist attack while the Immortals do their work. So yeah, we need those Lings to get in there, but you can't just send the Lings against the Zealots either, because not only are the Lings all going to die, but that's just increasing the amount of meat between the Ultras and the Immortals. The goal is to get the Immortals as close to the most powerful Protoss unit as quickly as possible. And that means getting them close to the Immortals, but all the meat in between them is just going to slow that down. And that meat includes Zealots and it includes Lings as well, because the Lings kind of get stuck everywhere. So yeah, Lings can be excellent against the Immortals, but they can also be a downside when you are using Ultras. But it seems like Slam is finally getting it done. The Ultras moving in. So quite a few cannons there though. That is going to start to slow things down. Yanking in some Immortals. Really, really great job. The Ultras turning around, just slamming those guys. Pun intended on those guys. Absolutely beautiful. Bunch of infested Terrans as well. Just for the hell of it. The Ultras starting to take serious cannon damage. But this base is not looking that good. And oh man, the income from Slam. The awesome macro. Just getting so many units out there. One cannon left. The cannon finally does go down. The Queen DPS. So beautiful through this entire game. And yeah, I think that's it. I think this base is going to get down. I think that Schloopy, Mr. puCK, is just too far behind. There we go. There's the GG. And he has given it up. Game done. Ah, what a battle. But yeah, I don't know. Just the Ultras. The Ultras are just so good, and he just pressed him in so hard. I think the macro was definitely on Slam's side the entire game. And despite those Immortals, man, Slam somehow managed to win that battle. I think the Archons had a lot to do with it. I think he probably had Lings at some point in that battle as well. And the Ultra's just so beefy, man. And we have a look at the upgrades. He's got 3-3, but that's not 3 armor. So that's one thing down. And these guys, of course, had 3-5. So simply brutish, absolutely brutish Ultralists in that game. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned for that.